Hi, I'm Niall from GulfStream Boat Sales. Today I want to show you a 2005 Bayliner 185 bow rider. It's in absolutely immaculate condition, and I'm always pleased when I get boats like this because they're so easy to sell. This boat is totally immaculate all the way around. Mechanically she's excellent. It comes complete with a galvanised single axle trailer, which is also in very good condition. She's got a full set of camper covers. Again, they're like brand new, as well as an all-over winter cover, and it's just a great all-rounder. It's a fantastic starter boat. It's 18.5 feet long. It'll accommodate 7 people. And the other great thing about this boat is it has the Mercruiser 4.3 litre 190 horsepower engine, which for those of you in the know will understand that means that this is the most desirable package you can get in a boat of this type. A lot of these boats were sold with the 3 litre Mercruiser, which is only 135 horsepower, which is a fine engine, but the problem is whenever you load the boat up with 4 or 5 or 6 people and ask it to pull skiers or pull water toys, the 3 litre engine can struggle because you just run out of power. That's not the case with a 4.3. The 190 horsepower means there's bags of power and torque for pulling skiers, even with a full complement of people on board the boat. This is a fantastic all-around package. I'm going to show you through the boat in detail, and we'll run the engine and give you a good look around the engine bay, and you can see for yourself how good this one is. Even though this is a 2005 boat, the gel coat and the deck hardware and things are in immaculate, pristine condition. Cleats are on mark, very secure. All the button poppers are present around the hull. The Bayliner decals, the hull graphics are all in perfect condition. There's a couple of very minor scuff marks, fender marks on the hull, but the gel coat is largely unmarked. Even the bottom of the boat has never been anti-fouled, and the whole thing is perfect. The boat obviously hasn't spent any of its life in the water. It's always been kept in and out, or put in and out off the trailer. The only bad area on the whole boat is just this starboard quarter, where obviously the owner at one stage has just caught the pontoon as it's taken off. It's a really common thing that happens in these boats because as you turn the steering wheel left, it kicks the stern right, and it's obviously just caught the dock. So a little bit of stress crack in here, and the blue was just repaired there slightly. But apart from that, that's the only thing. The only bad mark against the boat is that one area, but it's purely cosmetic. And it's nothing to worry about really. Like I said, this boat has the 4.3 litre V6 engine, and it's matched up to Mercruiser's Alpha 1 stern drive. The drive leg is in pristine condition. It just looks like brand new. The anodes are perfect. The propeller's perfect. There's no corrosion at all anywhere on the drive. The paint's still on the skeg. And you can just tell that this is unfortunately there's no hour clock on these boats, but this one has all the signs of a very low hours example. The current owner, who's had the boat for the last number of years, has only ever used it with fresh water, and I would hazard a guess that the boat probably spent its entire life in fresh water because it's just so spotless right the way through it. We've got a nice integrated swim platform across the transom, which is moulded non-skid. We've got a centre stainless steel ski tow point, a couple of engine vents, and we've also got a folding 3-step stainless steel boarding ladder with a conveniently placed handle for climbing up onto the boat out of the water. The layout on this Bayliner 185 is all about maximising the internal space. So we've got loads of seats in here. We've got twin back-to-back seats on the port and starboard side, which convert into sun pads. They both fold flat into sun pads. You can see those set up like that in the photographs. And then we've got 2 deep recessed seats either side of the engine box back here as well. Now they are well set. All the seats actually are set low in the boat, so whenever you're sitting down you feel nice and secure inside the boat. The back seats also convert into a sun pad across the stern, so we can just slot both seats in either side. And you've got a third full width sun pad there across the stern of the boat. Another really good feature on these more recent 185s is the engine box itself. It has a removable cushion on the lid, and whenever you do remove that, this makes an excellent tabletop with a couple of integrated cup holders. So if you're sitting eating on board or having a picnic, this is a great sort of food preparation and serving area. The other purpose that the engine box serves is as a walkthrough out to the transom. It's got a moulded in recessed step halfway up, and it's got a non-skid surface, and we've also got non-skid on the little transom top there, so you get safe access out onto the swim platform. And if you're swimming in things, you can easily get in and out of the boat without having to clamber over seat cushions. Everything here is in absolutely perfect condition. All the upholstery is totally unmarked. It just looks like brand new. All the stainless steel work. We've got our anchor light here. It's perfect. We've got the hinges on the engine box, the handrails. Everything is really secure. This boat is difficult to tell from a new boat. This is a full set of camper covers, so it's also got a back section and two side sections, so you can fully enclose the boat. And you've got great headroom underneath the covers. So if you're out in the boat and the weather turns against you, just put the covers up and carry on. And they're, like I said, perfect. Every button popper's present. The bars are totally unmarked. All the pins and clips, everything's as it should be. Another great thing about the slightly younger 185s is the engine access. Previously they had a big cumbersome engine cover that you had to lift off and move through the boat. This one's on a gas assist, or two gas assist struts, and it just lifts right up, folds well up out of the way, and gives you excellent access in and around this engine. Like I said, it's the 4.3 litre Mercruiser. It's definitely the engine to have. It's turnkey start, so you don't have to worry about priming the carb or anything. You just turn the key and go. It's like the rest of the boat. It's immaculate. There's not a spot of corrosion on it anywhere. It's totally clean. The bilges are pristine as well. There's no signs of any leaks or weeps or anything at all. The engine has been recently serviced. It looks like a low hours example. It's obvious that the engine has been well maintained and serviced, and she should provide many years of trouble-free service, particularly if she's kept in the same condition. The helm position in this boat is it's nice and sporty. You sit close to the steering wheel. You've got a very good foot brace in front, and all the controls fall easily to hand. The visibility through the screen's perfect. You're not too close to the screen. Whenever you're sitting down, your eye level's just at the right sort of height for getting a good visibility all around the boat. The throttle lever falls easily to hand, and we've got a full suite of backlit marine instruments, which are all easy to read. This boat also has an up-to-date Garmin Echo 100, the new generation Garmin fish finders installed, so it gives you the depth of water onto the keel. And we've got our switch gear here for things like the blower motor, the bilge pump, navigation lights, and accessory power. We've also got a tilt position steering wheel, and we've got a 12-volt power socket here as well, so if you're charging your phone or anything, it's handy. On the port side then, we've got a large glove box with a waterproof stereo in there. It's just AM, FM radio, and it's also got an auxiliary input just down here, so if you're plugging in your iPod or your MP3 player, you can do that as well and play that through the boat's system. There's another 12-volt socket in there too, and it's a lockable glove box, so if you're putting valuables, you can keep them securely in there if you're away from the boat. In terms of storage, we've got storage underneath both of the seat loungers. You just pull them out and you get storage in underneath there. We've got a huge big locker under the floor of the boat which will swallow up skis and wakeboards and ropes and fenders and things. And we've also got storage in the gunnels on both sides, port and starboard side, where you can keep your easy access stuff. Even with the covers up, we've got full headroom, full sitting headroom all the way through the cockpit. We've got an opening section just here, so if you want to get your head up, if you're coming in to berth the boat without having to take all the covers down, you can just unzip this and take off a couple of button poppers and get access out through the top of the cover. Obviously this cover will fold back up and stow away in a bimini boot, which is also included in the sale, or you can take them off completely. Access out into the bow is through this opening windscreen section. Again, the windscreen is in perfect condition, the aluminium frame is totally unmarked, the seals are good, and we've got a little fiberglass floor section up in the bow of the boat and seating for two adults. There's integrated handrails up here, and we've also got storage underneath the seats. We've got easy access storage behind the two seat backs, and then you can lift up the seat bases as well for access into bigger storage areas. One of the things they note in this boat is this, even if you look at the details like the staples on the seat back, there's no corrosion, there's none of them even loose. This seat base itself is really light, which means there's no water in it, which means the boat's never been left out in the rain. Even the carpet is totally bone dry. And it's unusual to find that in a boat of this age and this type. These boats tend to get used and enjoyed, but maybe not always necessarily looked after the best. Once the day's skiing is over, they're parked outside and left with the covers off overnight, and you might get a rain shower and the boat gets soaking wet, or even might be left out longer than that. The covers are left to go and flap in the wind and things, but I mean, you can tell that this boat has not been treated like that. This boat has been extremely well looked after, and it has all the signs there to prove it, so it's just, as you're going through the boat, to somebody like me, I can tell that the thing has been extremely well looked after. A couple of other things to point out up here are another couple of cup holders on the port and starboard side, and a little moulded non-skid section on the bow of the boat. So if you are getting access in and out of the boat over the front, you've got a little bit of secure foot in there, either side of the centre nav light. Hopefully you can tell from this video that this boat basically sells itself. You will be really hard pushed to find a 2005 Bayliner of any sort in this type of condition, and certainly she has to be the cleanest 185 on the market at the minute. It's really low hours, it's got everything you need, the spec brilliant, everybody wants those covers, everybody wants the 4.3 litre 190 horsepower engine. It's also got an all over winter cover in the fish finder. There really is nothing else you need in a great little starter boat. You can just hook it on behind the car, head to the water and have a great weekend's fun, pulling skiers, pulling water toys, just touring around, having picnics on board. It's a really well laid out and well thought through boat. And Bayliner's philosophy, which remains to this day, is to make it easy for families to get out on the water. The 185 is still part of the model lineup today in Bayliner's range. It's a super popular boat, and this is a fantastic example. If you took this down to the dock at the weekend or down to the marina, people would have a really hard time telling that it's an 8-year-old boat, and for the asking price, it's fantastic value for money. So if you've got an interest, I would encourage you to get in touch soon, because stuff like this doesn't hang around too long. we've got a pretty large database now of buyers from throughout the UK and Ireland, and they're pretty keen on stuff that's as clean as this. So give me a call or drop me an email, and I'd be delighted to answer any questions you have, or arrange for you to take a look at the boat, or some more photographs from any particular areas, or any close-up videos. We can do all that for you as well. And I can also talk you through the logistics of getting the boat to your destination. So thank you for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.